AMD says the proceeds will be used for general corporate purposes, potentially including debt repayment, with $875 million of bonds due next month. Applied Materials delivered a better than expected forecast. Investors, though, hard to impress. It's the biggest U.S. chip maker of equipment, I should say. It says that customers are pushing it to ramp up production even faster. Bloomberg's Ian King covers all things semiconductors, and he joins us now. Ian, so shares were up about 108% going into this print yesterday. Expectations, fair to say, were pretty high. Looked like a pretty good print across the board. What are investors upset about?
Yeah, whether they're actually upset about anything in particular isn't really clear. I mean, all of the numbers look very clean. But really what we've got is yet another case of a company comes out and says, hey, guess what? Our earnings are going to be hundreds of millions of dollars better than you had expected. And the reaction they get is, yeah, great, we know that. What are you going to do for us next? And so a lot of the conversation on the call was about next year.
Okay, well, let's talk about that, because the question that I think a lot of people have is about how this firm is somewhat of a barometer for the entire industry. Can you talk a little bit about visibility that we got from Applied Materials into what the rest of the year and what next year looks like?
Yeah, no, that's a very good question, and this is one of the reasons why you would concentrate on a company that does something a little bit more esoteric. So what the CEO told us in a conversation, after the numbers hit was, look, I've got 8 quarters of guidance from my customers because it takes so long to make this equipment, to then ship it, to then install it and get it up and running in these factories. We have to plan over the horizon, and guess what? They're giving me even more visibility than they normally would. So he's saying, look, next year things are going to get better. So the call was all about, well, how much better? Tell us exactly how much better. And he's saying, look, a lot better. So I don't really know what more of a conversation that you could have as a management team at this point.
Ian, before we let you go, we have 30 seconds. You've been doing this a long time and covering these types of companies a long time through different cycles. So I'm just curious, contextualize the moment for us. Have you seen anything like this?
Never. The extent that we are, sort of getting in front of ourselves and projecting growth, we've never seen anything like this. We've seen ups and downs before, but never anything to this extent.
Ian King, it's always great to chat with you. Thanks for getting up early. Do appreciate it. That's Ian King out in our San Francisco bureau. Well, Chinese AI firm Z.AI is upgrading its flagship model as it looks to close the gap with U.S. rivals OpenAI and Anthropic. The new GLM 5.3 will focus on stronger coding capabilities and stronger performance gains over its previous model. The company plans to release the new LLM weights within 2 weeks, allowing developers to download and customize it. Stanford's AI Index finds a striking divide in attitudes toward AI in China and the U.S. But the question, what's driving that gap? And could China's enthusiasm give its AI industry an edge? Bloomberg's Min-Min Lo explains.
The Stanford University AI Index shows that more than 80% of Chinese are optimistic towards AI compared to less than 40% in the U.S. And Edelman has a similar survey showing the same trend, that more than 70% of Chinese trusts AI compared to less than 40% in the US. And again, why is there such a huge gulf in attitudes between Chinese and Americans? One reason could be people's experience with technology. In China, over the last 2 decades, it's still in a rapid development phase, and people's experience of tech is one of empowerment and transformation. We're talking about rural residents getting to sell their goods through e-commerce channels, leapfrogging credit cards to become a cashless society, experiencing the convenience of door-to-door delivery and very cheap, efficient logistics, for example. But in the US, that's already a norm, right? People are familiar with big box retail, they have reliable mail, and the experience of the tech explosion has been one of addiction, data privacy violation, over-concentration of power in big tech. So that's one reason. And the other concern is around whether there's enough guardrails that has been put in place. And in China, these tech firms are still under the thumb of the government. They're constantly worried about crackdowns. And when the government pushed this Common Prosperity campaign, tech firms were rushing to pledge billions of yuan to support that. While in the US, it's a different story where you have a revolving door where tech executives raise funds to run political campaigns, where billions are being poured into lobbying. So again, that concern around guardrails, and there's just not enough trust that the government is protecting the interests of residents. So why does this matter? When people are more willing to try new technology, that means market adoption rate can be much faster. And while China lags behind in some of the foundational technology like the chips and the hardware, Chinese firms could have an advantage in having that more fertile ground to test new products and to allow much faster adoption of new AI products. Min Lo, Bloomberg News, Hong Kong.
Well, some breaking news crossing the Bloomberg terminal. Luigi Mangione to plead guilty to killing of healthcare CEO. Once again, Luigi Mangione to plead guilty to U.S. charges, this according to Luigi Mangione's lawyer. We'll continue to bring you updates on that story as it continues to break. Well, staying with China's AI boom, DeepSeek is sharply raising prices for its flagship V4 models. Peak hour rates will more than quadruple starting August 16th. This as the startup prepares for a potential IPO and puts greater focus on profitability. Even after the hike, DeepSeek says its models remain significantly cheaper than major rivals. Well, coming up, how close are we really to a world full of humanoid robots? We've got some answers next. This is Bloomberg. The promise of embodied AI, think humanoid robots, drones, autonomous vehicles, seems to be coming into its own and increasingly entering the real world. Bloomberg Tech Europe's Tom McKenzie spoke with Google DeepMind's head of robotics, Carolina Parada, about whether physical AI is finally having its, quote, ChatGPT moment.
I would say not yet, but you can see it. You can see the light. In my opinion, it depends what you call the ChatGPT moment for robotics. In my opinion, a ChatGPT moment for robotics would be one where everybody can experience what it's like to interact with the robot, and the robot responds to what you want and does what you want in a completely new environment or a completely new setting. So that's what it means to me. I don't think we're there yet, but we're getting there.
What gets us there? What are the technological barriers that need to be overcome to get to that point?
Yeah, I mean, this is precisely what we're invested on. So our goal is to build the intelligence layer that can power any robot and make it really intelligent so that it's intuitive for humans to use, so that it can do a broad range of tasks, so that it can make the robot smart enough to understand an environment, reason about it, and then take action to complete a completely new task that you might have asked it to do. That's what we're going after. I think that there's been significant progress over the last 3-4 years. I mean, before, robots didn't even understand what an object was or what their environment. They were just simply points in space without any meaning. We've actually introduced around 2022 LLMs and VLMs into robots that taught them what understand natural language. It also taught them how to reason about their environment and then how to take action in a way that was towards a particular semantic task or a particular meaningful task for the robot. That didn't exist before.
Humanoids get a lot of headlines, they get a lot of buzz. Do you think that's distracting? Do you think investors, the media, others, do you think we're kind of overly obsessed with humanoids?
That's a great question. I mean, we believe in a world where there will be many different robot types. I actually think I'm very practical about this. I think that there's going to be a lot of tasks where a different form factor that is not a humanoid is the right thing. However, I do think humanoids are going to become useful and are going to be an important form factor for a few reasons. First, I think the world is made for humans. So if you want to immediately deploy a robot in an environment that is human-centric, then a humanoid is probably going to be an easy one to deploy. Actually, there's an interesting research aspect to this, which is if we want robots to learn from humans and the robot has a human form factor, it's actually easier because it can now translate what the human is doing when he's, say, cooking a recipe into what the robot should do in order to do the same task. So that's a learning perspective that I find interesting. And then the other piece is that my goal is to really show that we can get to AGI in the physical world. What does that mean? It really means that the robot can do anything a human can. So I feel like humanoids are going to enable us to show and really believe that we have gotten to that level. So that is another reason why I like it. But we care about all kinds of robots, and we're interested in bringing intelligence to all robots.
That was Google DeepMind's Carolina Parada speaking with Bloomberg's Tom McKenzie. You can check out the full interview in the latest episode of Bloomberg Tech Europe as Tom looks into whether We are on the cusp of a robot reality. You can find it on YouTube and Bloomberg.com. Well, let's take a look at more tech stories with Bloomberg's Yahaira Anand now. Yahaira, take it away.
Hi, Tim. It's time now for Talking Tech. First up, France's highest court blocked a ban on social media for children under the age of 15, calling the ruling unconstitutional for harming youth's freedom of speech and communication. The ruling shows how global efforts to ban kids from social media are crashing into major legal and technical roadblocks. Plus, Nintendo climbs as much as 7.5% in Tokyo today following the success of its hit game Pokemon Pokopia. The Nintendo Switch game's global sales topped 5 million units since it launched back in March. Shares are on course for their third weekly gain, the longest winning streak since November. And a judge ordered Kalshi to stop offering some wagers in Washington state after regulators said the prediction markets app likely constituted an illegal gambling operation. Kalshi's head of enforcement, Robert Deneau, spoke on Bloomberg Surveillance earlier today.
The exchange model operates differently than a sportsbook. A sportsbook profits every time somebody walks in and puts up money. If they lose, the sportsbook wins all that money. An exchange model is fundamentally different. What you're doing is pairing users who are setting the price amongst each other in an order book that is open, impartial, and fair, and available nationwide. And operating an exchange that fits that framework requires federal regulation.
Well, coming up, Cornell University's Director of Labor Education Research, Kate Bronfenbrenner, joins us to discuss New York's battle with Amazon over its delivery workers. This is Bloomberg Tech. I'm also watching shares of Micron and SanDisk as we speak right now. Shares of Micron are higher. Pierre Farragut over at New Street Research upgrading the stock to buy from neutral. He writes, even with strong share price appreciation, the company is attractively valued based on a metric of price to cost of goods sold. Micron shares were higher earlier, but still up 1.3%. SanDisk also surging today, up close to 6%, but take surging with a grain of salt. I mean, shares of SanDisk this year, they're up close to 600%, up 5.8% right now. JP Morgan assigned an overweight rating following the firm's investor day. Remember, shares surged 14% yesterday. We're talking Amazon, and we are talking labor, specifically when it comes to how those packages get to people in New York City. That's coming next on Bloomberg Tech.
I need a medic!
Welcome back to Bloomberg Tech. Let's take a look at the NASDAQ this week. We did see the S&P 500 hit a new all-time high this week. The NASDAQ, though, even though it's up over the last 5 days, about 0.8%, underperforming at least the recent high of the S&P 500. The decline in retail sales that we got this morning means that bets are increasing that the Fed is going to hold rates in September, meaning a lot can happen between now and the next policy meeting. But at least for now, there's less of a risk that the Fed actually raises rates at its September meeting. We'll wait to hear what Chair Warsh says, of course, at Jackson Hole a little later this month. Well, a new bill backed by New York City Mayor Zohran Mamdani threatens Amazon's cheap delivery model. If the Delivery Protection Act passes, the e-commerce giant may pull up stakes and make all New York City deliveries from hubs outside city limits. But Bloomberg's Spencer Soper writes in today's Tech in Depth newsletter, proponents of the bill say Amazon can't abandon the city because that would lengthen delivery times, which it is perpetually trying to shorten. We're now joined by Cornell University's Director of Labor Education and Research, Senior Lecturer Kate Bronfenbrenner, to help us make sense of it all. Kate, I just want to start with the way that traditionally delivery companies have involved humans in that last mile. What have they done in terms of a structure to, employ them or not directly employ them?
So the delivery service model is one where the companies try to distance themselves as much as possible from the workers and responsibility for the workers and the liability for the actions of the delivery drivers and the vans. It allows them to exploit the workers and deny responsibility for accidents, traffic problems, worker health and safety issues, and to pay workers lower wages and lower benefits than they otherwise would.
This is distinctive from, let's say, UPS, for example, which is known for having a strong union and directly employing those UPS drivers and UPS delivery workers that you see delivering packages, correct?
Exactly. These companies are trying to say they're not joint employers, they're not responsible, they can't be unionized. Very different from UPS, and much more dangerous working conditions and much less liability for the actions of the delivery service providers.
So let's talk about this Delivery Protection Act, because the folks who say, if this passes and Amazon has to directly employ delivery workers who deliver packages within the city, then Amazon's going to just move town over to New Jersey or something and employ workers there or get deliveries made from there, then they won't have to adhere to this. Is that a realistic concern that the city should have?
Well, first of all, that is a decision, that's a choice that Amazon would make. Obviously, Amazon is making huge profits. One of the most profitable companies in the history of the world. They definitely can afford to do better by their workers. And their whole system is designed to get things to people faster and faster and faster. It's the same day delivery. It is not in their interest to move outside the city, and they don't. The amount of extra money it's going to cost them is just a tiny fraction of the amount of profits, billions of dollars of profits they make each year.
Do you think, though, that the Delivery Protection Act is the right approach to this?
Well, at a time where we really rely on the federal government less and less to protect workers and to protect consumers, many organizations are turning to states and cities in order to, provide regulation that our federal government is no longer providing. There has been a dramatic increase in the number of accidents. There are 18 DSPs in the New York City area, and then 78% of the communities in New York City, crashes with injuries have risen. And these are serious accidents. Worker safety has gone down, worker pay and benefits have gone down. So, the city of New York is committed to improving the status of the working class in the city. Mamdani has made that very clear, and this is a step in that direction. But New York is not alone. Cities and states across the country are realizing that they have to take over what the federal government did in the past. I'm coming to you from New York, and the scale here of the package delivery is actually just completely unbelievable. I mean, Spencer, our colleague, Spencer Soper, in his newsletter writes about 2.5 million packages delivered every single day in New York City. So about a third of the people who live here are getting a package each day. I mean, you can see these trucks that are outside of our office here, and they're just loaded. The entire tractor trailer is loaded with packages to be delivered, and that's just in Midtown. I'm wondering about companies that are not Amazon here, Kate. If obviously Amazon's the 800-pound gorilla in the room, but a lot of things come from other companies. Would this affect other companies too? Well, right now, Amazon kind of sets the standard because it's so big. So what it does, everybody else has to do. So if Amazon has to treat its workers better, it will make it easier for the other companies to treat their workers better and be competitive. Amazon has to, like all the companies now, are going to have to get licensed by the Consumer and Worker Protection Bureau, which is going to track labor and employment violations, and consumer violations. So if companies do right and follow the law, they will be able to get licensed regularly. Amazon will not be able to be an outlaw just ignoring every regulation as it has in the past.
Kate, can you explain why, like I understand the idea of these delivery service partners, these DSPs, why, maybe the wages wouldn't be as high and the benefits wouldn't be as good as if they work, as opposed to working directly for Amazon. But can you explain why conditions will be safer for them and why you think there would be fewer accidents if they were employed directly by a big company?
Because right now the big companies are not liable if there's an accident. So even though we all know that those drivers are work for Amazon. They're wearing Amazon uniforms. Their routes are set by Amazon. Their hiring is overseen by Amazon. Their hours are seen by Amazon. But Amazon right now does not have to take responsibility if there's an accident, or if their drivers are being pressured on productivity so that they have to drive so fast that they are, breaking the laws. But if Amazon is then responsible and can't get a license renewed to be a delivery provider, then it's going to make conditions safer, consumers more protected, and enforce the laws of the city when it comes to traffic and accidents.
Kate Bronfenbrenner, appreciate your time this afternoon, or this morning, I should say, joining us over at Cornell University. Kate, appreciate it. Well, I'm watching shares of Reddit. They're surging this morning, up 14%. This after the company we learned yesterday is set to join the S&P 500. Look at that. It's going to replace Avalon Bay Communities. That's being acquired by Equity Residential. Now, this is a big deal because now passive investment funds have to buy shares of Reddit. So that's why inclusion these days in an increasingly passive world is just becoming more and more important for companies. Shares of Reddit down by about 20% this year, up today by just about 14%. Coming up, Sean Johnson joins us, general partner over at 224 Ventures. He's going to talk to us about launching the new firm with AI heavyweights. This includes Jan LeCun and Oriol Vinyals. This is Bloomberg Tech.
Okay, objective Delta is under our control.
Drive Capital is seeing a massive payoff from its early bets on AI. Josh Kushner's 2022 venture fund has grown more than sevenfold to $3.7 billion. It's been fueled by investments in companies including OpenAI, SpaceX, and Anduril. Bloomberg's Natasha Mascarenas joins us now for more. I guess, does this answer some question about where money comes from to buy the Lakers for $12 billion? I don't know.
We'll see. We know that Thrive is going to be putting some money into it. But yeah, the news that we broke last night gives us an answer on why Thrive's approach for concentration in the top positions in its portfolio is definitely making a difference. Like you said, the 2022 fund is up about 7x from where LPs put in it just a few years ago. And I mean, VC firms take between...
Yeah, Natasha, it's a great story. Unfortunately, we're having some problems with your connection. It's a great story on the Bloomberg terminal and at Bloomberg.com. Congratulations on the scoop. That's Natasha Mascarenas. Check it out on the Bloomberg terminal and at Bloomberg.com. Well, sticking with AI and venture capital, 224 Ventures is a new AI-native venture firm launched by former AIX Ventures co-founder Sean Johnson, ex-Google DeepMind researcher Oriol Vinyals, and AI pioneer Jan LeCun. The trio plans to make seed-stage bets and launches with more than $100 million in assets under management. 224 Ventures partner Sean Johnson joins us now. Sean, good to have you. Congratulations on this news. I'm curious about what you see as sort of the white space out there in Silicon Valley and really the world when it comes to these AI bets. What are you thinking about?
Tim, thank you so much for having me. White space is harder and harder to find, given, I think, since 2022, we've been operating in a fairly noisy market. Many consensus bets years over year. So what we're thinking about is what stories do founders come with that we actually believe are non-consensus, that are not obvious, that we walk away thinking, maybe that's not right. But then after thinking about it, getting to know the founder more, we recognize that there are a series of things that could be proven to be true that would change the world and make that company, in fact, a market leader.
So much of the oxygen, at least in what we talk about in the massive valuations for two big firms, OpenAI and Anthropic, of course, it's sucked up by that. And yet yesterday, our Bloomberg News team, it was Wednesday night, had this just incredible scoop about Anthropic possibly making a $6 billion acquisition. And it was funny because I think a lot of people who are outside the industry don't even necessarily know what Descartes AI does. But it was a good example of sort of, the massive market, even at a level with a company that is worth like $1 trillion in the private market right now. I'm curious what you see as the opportunities that are out there. Like what exists in terms of tech, in your view, that 5-10 years will become the next OpenAI or Anthropic?
Yeah, of course. There's a massive opportunity in the future of work. We're just getting started there. How do we think about, to date, we've been thinking a lot about chatbots. How do we think about AI actually doing jobs themselves and having humans there, laborers, workers to say, yes, that's right, no, that's incorrect. This is the very beginning of that. Robotics has both consumer and business applications, and business is wonderfully fragmented. There's a ton of white space there. And then infrastructure. When you think about what agents are going to need to be productive across applications, that infrastructure is just starting to be built out.
I'm curious from your view, are we having the right conversation when we talk about this idea of a zero-sum game when it comes to productivity? Like, some people will become more productive, others will be completely replaced. From your perch as a venture capitalist who looks into this, is that the right conversation to be having?
We believe it's not a zero-sum game. As intelligence proliferates through these applications, it's just the nature of our labor is going to change. There are going to be many more jobs. They're just going to be different. They're going to be higher leverage. Frankly, they're going to be more engaging. And so we're excited about the future where AI is taking away the more mundane jobs humans are doing today and sort of levels us all up.
So you're not concerned about like a wipeout of white-collar jobs that Dario Amodei of Anthropic has talked about in the past?
There's certainly going to be, I would say, a shift in jobs. There are going to be a movement from the more mundane to the less mundane, the more engaged. And I think that's what Dario's talking about. We're going to have to reskill. We're going to have to think about the implications for a large number of workers. But again, there are going to be additional jobs too. And the big question is, how do we navigate the transition?
Okay, I've got a bunch of questions about the fundraising process and also about your partners at the firm. I want to start with fundraising. You're launching with $100 million. How difficult was it to raise that, or how easy was it to raise that? I know it's never easy to raise money, but I think it seems like a lot of people want to invest in early stage companies out in Silicon Valley right now.
We raised
advised, hostile. Be advised, we've lost control of Bravo.
We've secured Delta. Hostile forces are still ahead in the fight. Let's regroup. We're attacking objective Alpha.
Enemy still holds more objectives. We need to hit back.
Under fire! Hey, what took you so long? I got your med supplies here! Approaching Alpha. Need the medic! Objective Charlie's in enemy hands. Air ammo, here!
Objective Alpha neutralized.
We have Bravo under attack. Objective Charlie is now under our control. Hostile forces have maintained control of the fight. Hold your ground! Hold your ground! All right, we're taking objective Charlie.
The enemy has secured Bravo. Advised, Alpha is under attack. Charlie. We now hold Alpha. Bravo's been secured. Our forces have neutralized Alpha. We're targeting objective Delta. Alright, our forces control more objectives than the enemy. Good work. Bravo is under attack. Our forces are attacking objective Charlie. Bravo has been lost. Be advised, hostile forces are still ahead in the fight. Let's regroup. The enemy have taken more objectives. Get cover! We need attack support on the marked objective. Be advised, our plan is not working. Find a way to win. We are moving on objective Charlie.
objective.
You're a lifesaver!
Let's go! Need some ammo for you! Enemy forces have taken objective Charlie. Be advised, objective Charlie has been captured by hostiles. We are targeting objective Bravo. Enemy forces have the upper hand. Let's regroup. We need to rally defense for the marked objective. Our forces are hitting Alpha. Be advised, objective Delta taken by hostiles. Objective Delta taken by hostiles. The enemy is taking Delta. You're gonna be all right. Objective Charlie has been lost. Good. We secured Delta. Objective marked. We need your support in the attack. Objective Bravo neutralized. We are targeting Alpha. Alpha. Should need it on the move.
Enemy tank operating in your area.
We've secured more objectives. Let's hold it.
Drag out!
Charlie.
Oh, fuck! Gundos! I got you!
Hostiles now hold more objectives. Out.
Let's move! Stop it! I'm out!
Charlie has been neutralized. Hostiles have maintained control of the fight.
Objective locked. We need you supporting the attack.
The enemy has secured more objectives. Let's rally and counter. Our forces are hitting Alpha. Our forces have neutralized Bravo. We've secured more objectives. Let's hold it.
Operating east of your current pod.
Objective Alpha has been neutralized. Under our control.
I need your message, Madonna!
Objective Charlie neutralized.
Forces are still ahead in the fight. Let's regroup. Enemy forces have taken Objective Charlie. We have secured more objectives. Let's hold it.
We begun our assault on Charlie.
Enemy friendly strike!
We now hold more objectives. Keep pushing.
Marked objective under threat. Let's defend the position. We've lost control of Bravo.
Be advised, Charlie is under attack.
We've taken objective Charlie. Be advised, the battle is still being controlled by the enemy.
I spotted a hostile heavy armor in our AO.
Objective Alpha neutralized.
objective Bravo.
We need attack support on the marked objective.
Our forces are hitting Alpha.
We have eyes on an enemy tank in your area.
I need a fucking medic!
I got you! Be advised, hostiles have secured Alpha.
Yup! Grab what you can! Thank you so much! Let's move!
Be advised, we've lost control of Bravo.
Got him, that's it! Fuck! Need a medic! I need a medic!
Be advised, enemy forces are winning the fight.
Need a medic! Medic!
Hostiles now hold more objectives. Out. Our forces have neutralized Bravo. Objective Charlie has been lost. We're attacking objective Alpha. Hostiles now hold objective Alpha.
Let's go!
Enemies are attacking objective Bravo. Be advised, hostile forces are still ahead in the fight. Let's regroup. Hostiles are attacking objective Charlie. Hostiles are attacking objective Charlie. Right, objective Charlie is now under our control. We are targeting objective Bravo.
fucking hell! Get cover! Take this ammo!
Hostile forces have maintained control of the fight. The enemy now controls more objectives.
Support needed on the marked objective.
Objective Charlie is now under our control.
Hostiles now control Delta.
Enemy attack launched on Bravo.
All right, we have secured Bravo. Be advised, hostiles attacking Bravo.
Let's go! Come on!
Bravo has been lost. We need to rally defense on the marked objective. We've got an enemy sniper located in the AO. Be advised, hostiles have secured Alpha.
Come on!
We're moving on objective Alpha. Objective Alpha is in enemy hands. Mission recovery in progress. Keep fighting.
I knew you had my back. Let's move!
Charlie is under attack. We are targeting Bravo. Objective Charlie has been secured. We have the lead. All right, objective Charlie has been secured. We are attacking objective Bravo.
Come on! Let's go! Come on!
Our forces are winning. Keep it up.
Grab what you can!
Attack support needed on the marked objective.
Let's move!
Listen in. Hostiles now hold more objectives. Out.
Enemy hit!
Targeting objective Bravo. We've lost control of objective Charlie. We are moving on objective Alpha. All right, we now hold objective Bravo. We have secured more objectives. Let's hold it. Bravo has been lost. Objective Alpha has been neutralized. Be advised, the enemy now controls more objectives. We've neutralized objective Bravo. Objective Charlie is in enemy hands. Hostiles are making a recovery. Stop them before we lose our lead. Be advised, enemy lead confirmed.
I spotted hostile heavy armor in our AO.
Our mission is at risk. I need all elements on the attack. We have Bravo under attack.
Fucking hit! Stay with me!
attack the marked objective. We have secured Bravo.
I'm tracking a hostile tank in the mission area.
The enemy are winning the fight. All units regroup.
Attention! Objective Charlie is under control.
There is attack support on the marked objective. The enemy now controlling more objectives. Objective Alpha is under control. Throwing fire! Defensive position is needed on the marked objective.
Attention! We have lost control of Charlie.
The enemy have maintained their advantage. We must gain control.
Need a medic!
Objective Bravo has been secured. Our
Attacking depth!
Combat advantage is still held by the enemy. Regroup and re-engage.
Coming in, I'm tracking a hostile tank in the mission area. Over.
Our troops have neutralized Charlie.
We now hold more objectives. Secure our defenses.
Objective marked. Support the attack.
Attention! Objective Bravo has been secured.
Medic! Fuck! Medic!
Be advised, hostile attack confirmed on Charlie. Attention! Defensive position is needed on the marked objective.
Punch cover!
Come on!
We got a man down! Got you! Fuck!
Okay,
You're exiting the combat zone. Turn back now.
we have an enemy sniper located in the mission area. The enemy now control more objectives. Objective marked. Support the attack. Our control of Bravo has been lost. Okay, objective Charlie secured. more objectives. structures. Stay sharp.
Fucking hit! Come on! out! I got you!
Our forces are running low. Don't be easy targets. advised, our sector is under attack. We need to hold ground until the enemy have nothing left. Out. Be advised, the sector is lost. Set up defensive positions on the double.
I need a medic! Hit the stairs! I got you!
We need to rally defense on the marked objective.
Come on! Hey, thank you! Let's move!
If the enemy keeps bleeding numbers like this, they're done. Bravo has been lost. Be advised, Bravo captured by hostiles.
Come on! Grenade! Target down! Medic!
Enemy forces are nearing collapse.
I need a medic! You need a medic!